All right, welcome, folks. Let's talk about last night's jobs, and we have two people now. So we started last night with this crazy storm that happened lasted actually about an hour or so. Pretty short, kind of disappointing, considering I didn't get any of that action. But yeah, just rolling south from North Manhattan right now. I'm from the Harlem area on the Henry Hudson. So it seems like the rain is coming back, but it's really really light right now. So anyway, I want to say if you weren't on the previous live stream, I did go over some of the jumps that we did last night. In fact, I want to say the main one we did was that pedestrian struck. So let's focus on the road here. Did just hear something about a church fire in the city, Manhattan.
Right now, and
but didn't turn out to be a fire. So anyway, last night there was a pedestrian struck on the Bell Parkway. Those of you folks who live in Brooklyn probably know what Bell Parkway is. Bell Parkway, I want to say around the Van Wyck, but specifically it happened on exit 20. By exit 20. Now we were on the south part of the Bell Parkway and the vicinity of that area, and that's where we got a great angle on the collision investigation of a pedestrian struck by a paratransit van. Now that driver did stay on the scene. The pedestrian was a female, that's what I know so far. And she was transported in critical condition to Jamaica Hospital. Not sure if it had made the news today, because the last time when we check out these boats. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's too late. Never mind. The last time we heard of a pedestrian being struck or killed on the highway, I do believe it was a homeless guy or something like that. Or they're saying, it was a drunk person or something like that. I guess if they're homeless and or drunk, it may not be as newsworthy. I don't know. But what was she doing in the middle of the highway? That's the question. More sky, less road. What's up, Valley? And what's up? Can't even spell your name while driving. Is it Sightlos? Yeah, I gotta look at that real closely. But I'm not driving. Oh yeah, Scott was definitely with Chris last night. So Chris went on I believe a business trip to Los Angeles. And you know what? The funny thing is, this is how the whole Loud Labs connection began, is with Chris. Story about the motorcycle. Give me 1 second. Yeah, anyway, the story began with Chris doing a Los Angeles business trip, and hey, what are the fire frequencies or whatever? So I want to like check out some Los Angeles fires, and I told him, why even worry about going to those fires yourself when you can just roll with Loud Labs, right? So I did reach out to Loud Labs, and they said Victor was available to have Chris do a ride along with him, and the rest is history, you know. So the driver should have been sighted already in person. Many drivers. Oh, Janet, yeah. Here's the thing: we left before we saw what happened with the driver. So we're not sure what happened based on the way they were treating the driver, as in putting the driver in the police car, not in the back. When they put the driver in the front during a collision investigation, usually it means, you know, they're not going to be arrested, usually. But things may change, you know. So in this case, we don't think there was an arrest. We've yet to receive the collision investigation report from NYPD Highway, DCPI. And until we read that, we're not absolutely certain what exactly happened. But what we do know so far is that that female was critically struck, transported to the hospital, driver of the paratransit van, and I believe he had a couple passengers. But the Belt Parkway, you know. And you did mention the driver should be cited. Check out our one video where the Uber driver almost hits this little girl. He was going the speed limit, and out of nowhere, she suddenly darts out, I think playing tag or something, right? She darts out, and he slams on the brakes, almost hits her, but does not hit her. And he honks at her, and she's barely looking at the car at all. Almost like oblivious to vehicles on the road. Like she was running her backyard, you know? I mean, I do believe there's certain situations like that, you know, where someone runs into traffic in adults' cases sometimes, I believe, with the intention of taking their own life, unfortunately. Same can be said about folks who jump into the train, you know? So you can't blame the train conductor for that. But something where, yeah, driver runs a red light, or driver makes a left turn, which is the number one way they get hit, by the way, and does not slow down and watch that crosswalk. Yeah, that's where I can see the driver being responsible, getting arrested, or stuff like that. Oh, Germany, wie geht's? And the other word I know is only a bad word, so I won't say it in German. And it's about Ocean Parkway crash. Ocean Parkway crash. So we did post the full video. If you don't see it on there, I do believe you should see it on the YouTube. If you don't, let me know, because I know I exported it. I'm not 100% if I uploaded it on YouTube. I do believe I have. In that video, you'll see my version and Alejandro's version. Alejandro's version is the second half of that video. From what I read, based off the NYPD report, the female intoxicated driver was unlicensed. So What she was doing driving that vehicle without a license, I have no idea. She had 3 other occupants in that vehicle, reportedly also intoxicated. And the motorcyclist was killed. He was making a left turn on Ocean Parkway when that speeding vehicle hit him, splitting his bike into 2 and causing him to get into traumatic cardiac arrest. Pretty much the trauma to his body was so intense that it stopped his heart. They had to do CPR on him all the way to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Here's a German girl too. What's up, Adam? Pro Style. Oh, okay, you just watched it, so it's definitely on YouTube, guys. Sometimes I forget what videos I upload. So yeah, this traffic is why we do not, one of the reasons why we don't work in the daytime. If we had to get around the you know, for 8 hours or so in this traffic, that would really suck. And don't get me wrong, there's folks who work in the daytime, photographers and video stringers. I don't know how they do it, but they do. I'll tell you what, the shots aren't going to be as impressive as far as early arrival. But don't get me wrong, as far as luck goes, luck has plenty of luck is definitely a factor sometimes. But let's say, you know, you got one guy covering Brooklyn, he may not get to that scene as fast in the daytime than he would do at night. And that's because I want to say about 80-90% of the traffic you see in the daytime is not there at night.
So the 23967 on the Gowanus, headed towards out of Verrazano. The green.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you very much. You will come to New York in some times of my life. Anna, is that your profile picture, or is that a picture of what's her name, the wildling in Game of Thrones? Because that's what it reminded me of. It must be the red hair though. Thanks, Allie. I try. And so does my crew. They do a great job. And yes, that is correct. This is the West Side Highway, West End Highway, the West End, whatever you want to call it. I think it would be crazy if something happened, like, you know, something crazy happens while I'm live right in front of us. That way I don't have to rewind the dash cam. I can just rewind the live recording and try to extract that video. Yeah, Anna, like I said, probably because I saw the red hair and I was thinking of the wildling girl in Game of Thrones, and I can't even think of her name right now. So anyway, I also uploaded another video. It's called Driver Gets Arrested by, oh, by the way, you can probably see the World Trade Center. WTC 1. Freedom Tower. Freedom. How old are you, Mr. Policeman? Not a policeman. I did do EMS at some point, which was a really fun job. You're buffering. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, you know what? It says I'm buffering, but on my end it says can't connect, you know? So I think it's just that it's trying to upload a lot of data, stream the video or whatever. But check it out, World Trade Center. This is actually a great view.
5940.
So I requested the toll almost an hour ago for that. So just notify them. Traffic management on here. All lanes are open on the crosswalk west side. You're right, thank you.
So anyway, now that we're back on live, that one video uploaded, there was 7 cops arrest driver. All I heard was that an officer stopped the car, was requesting backup, and but you know how NYPD is. You ask for 1 additional when 3 more shows up. So ended up being I want to say it seemed like about 3 units and one supervisor, 1 unit having 2 each, so about 7 cops or so. And they all approached this vehicle with caution, as if this guy was dangerous. Now I wonder, yeah, I blame Wall Street, folks. Whatever, especially GPS as well. Like, you'll be on GPS in the middle of Wall Street or the financial district area, and it'll tell you that you're somewhere where you're actually not.
Just note the change right now in Manhattan Riverside Drive underneath the GW.
Now there's this mini tunnel that's coming up, which is definitely not gonna help us at all. I think I've even dropped calls in this tunnel. But yeah, the driver got arrested for I have no idea why. We'll find out eventually.
And Con Ed are 84, and we're going to monitor the condition.
This is like there's a water main break in the city. 20th Street and 5th Avenue. But I don't think it's anything too serious. Yeah, just warning y'all about this tunnel. But I think as soon as we're out and we're on the bridge or whatever, it should be good. Should be. Yeah, no, I'm not a policeman. I'm a cameraman slash journalist slash photographer slash reporter. All right, it should be better now. Hopefully, and y'all missed the Brooklyn Bridge too, which sucks. Gotta love the Brooklyn Bridge. So yeah, those are just a couple stories I mentioned about last night. The rest were not anything too. Nothing to worry about, I'd say. As far as the stories of the night, or definitely in the news, like you'll see if you turn on TV. Definitely that thunderstorm last night. Definitely that thunderstorm. As well as, I believe the Mega Millions. The Mega Millions are, they have like a huge number that you would win, that, you know, it's up for grabs.
That's a Mazda and Silver on the Frankie Roosevelt Drive in South Street. Your rider close to Pier 36. One boy, disregard highway's picking it up.
What was I talking about? I think I just heard an unconfirmed man shot somewhere in 150 something. That's, I want to say that sounds like Inwood or North Harlem area. Uh-oh. Shot spotter. Anyone know what shot spotter is? This is my cheater move right here.
One more carrier to connect the final.
You hear those sirens? Something's going on. Yeah, this is my cheater move, see? Check out that view.
No further than your 68, I'll keep you by.
You hear that? The dispatcher's background? You know, don't say, oh, 10 shot spotted K, and then you hear like, ah! And you're wondering, like, what are they always laughing about? I have a theory that they are laughing at every single ridiculous 911 call that they are receiving in that call center.
Five, 9, 7.
All right, we just had to be under an overpass.
My week northbound into the westbound.
See, I did not understand that because, hey, look, it's Scott, guys. Hey, what's up, Scott? Last night, you were in Los Angeles.
Not there anymore. We got them over there, but now we'll see what 304. How's that just I'm pushing this north, I'm pushing up 60,000 Street, so come 60,000 Street, all in the open on the drive, one from the meeting is going to be